If you can't even glance at your furry companion when you head off to work in the morning, just imagine what it must feel like for these individuals to bid farewell to their animal friends for extended periods, or even indefinitely. They faced uncertainty, not knowing if they would ever reunite, but today, we're showcasing moments when these creatures were joyfully reunited with their human companions after years apart. Prepare to be moved by these heartwarming stories. Be sure to subscribe to this channel for more heart-melting content. She's the only one these majestic lions would allow near them. They are forever grateful to the woman who once saved them from the brink of starvation. Now, you might assume this is a camel reuniting with its human, but you'd be mistaken. It's actually the camel's best friend who brought the camel to tears with news of its owner's passing. Margarita listened attentively for her owner's return, her loyalty unwavering.
Margarita, come here. Come here, mama.
Oh, did I mention Margarita is a massive crocodile? This man returned to his hometown and decided to check if his goose still remembered him. Not only did it remember, but it also brought along some friends.
Are you doing good?
And this tiger cub transforms into the most affectionate kitten when it sees its rescuer. All it wants is more cuddles. This teddy bear isn't just a stuffed animal, it's a cherished member of the family. It has been ever since it was rescued as an abandoned orphan by this man. Do you know what a real miracle is? Finding your lost pet outside after months of searching. These two inseparable friends have a special ritual. After every extended business trip, the parrot showers its owner with kisses and words of welcome. This fox greets like it hasn't seen its owner in 5 long years, not just 5 days. Nothing can rival the love a cheetah has for its adoptive mother, as evident in their heartwarming reunion. And this good boy missed his owner so much that he was willing to defy gravity for her. There's probably nothing surprising about a dog's enthusiastic greeting after a long day at work, but a deer. These best friends hadn't seen each other in 10 months, and now the lynx isn't just happy to see her owner but also a bit annoyed at her prolonged absence. If Morton, the koala, has to wait for his favorite volunteer for more than 3 days, that can only mean one thing. He won't let him go so easily. While this man was on a 3-month business trip, a baby jaguar not only grew up but also missed his favorite volunteer dearly. This proud eagle will never forget the person who saved it from certain doom. Now, it flies to him every year for a heartfelt reunion and a dose of hugs. These boys had lost hope of ever seeing their beloved dog again, but after 3 long months, Naya was miraculously found, along with her adorable little puppies. Listen to the sounds of rhino love when they reunite with someone they've missed for so long. This woman provided them refuge from poachers 3 years ago, and they haven't forgotten. It was difficult for this woman to fathom that the tiny, defenseless pup she saved 4 years ago had grown into a powerful wolf. But the wolf remembered her and eagerly awaited her return. This guy hadn't seen his bear friend in so long that he forgot what a real bear hug felt like. This woman rescued a little monkey and raised it as her own child. Their bond is unbreakable, even though the monkey now lives in the wild, and they rarely meet. This baby elephant's favorite day of the week is when its best friends come to play with it. Today is that day. A divorce led to a custody battle for a dog, and the judge decided to let the dog choose.
Put the dog down.
So, it was happily reunited with whom it considered to be its true owner. These jaguars completely forgot they were predators when an old friend visited them after 3 years. There's nothing better than coming home to such a warm welcome from your pet. After a long separation, it took only a moment for this blind dog to sense its owner's presence. It's hard to believe that a hyena can be this affectionate towards its master after a week apart. Here's the happiest leopard in the world when it reunites with its mother. A true Christmas miracle occurred for this husky. It finally gets to see its owner after several months of separation. This bear won't let anyone near him except this woman, and they're the best of friends. Every year, this woman embarks on a long journey to reunite with a little kangaroo she once rescued. The kangaroo's reaction is worth every mile. This man rescued a small snake and unexpectedly formed a lifelong friendship with a python. The python grows larger each time they meet, but this man is a pro who knows what he's doing. Please don't attempt this yourself. Nothing is better for this sailor than seeing his pelican friend after a long voyage. The bird eagerly awaits his return and a treat. This pet squad is prepared to wait for hours for their dad to return. If I had a donkey waiting for me at home, I wouldn't stop at the bar after work. Watch these rhinos show their gratitude to the woman who helped them find a safe haven from poachers 3 years ago. It's hard to see a rhino's warm heart beneath all that thick skin, but this woman has done it. A girl got accepted into college and had to part with her beloved horse for 3 months. She couldn't resist seeing him again and flew across the country. Years in Azkaban, I mean 3 days without their beloved owner, and this cat had been eagerly awaiting this moment, which finally arrived. A lady who once served as a surrogate mother for a young orca had no inkling that these creatures could form deep bonds with humans and remember them for a lifetime. However, this moment altered her perspective. This swan adores its caregiver so much that every moment without them feels like a challenge. Therefore, it's always brimming with happiness when its human returns home. If a dog had a translation feature like Google Translate, we'd understand precisely what this pup is expressing about how much it missed its family after their 1-month absence. This lioness yearns to embrace her rescuer indefinitely, anything to prevent him from departing. A considerable height disparity poses no barrier when you're the favorite zookeeper, even after several months apart. This guy wasn't just welcomed back as a friend. He was reintegrating into a group where he's perpetually embraced, sometimes excessively so. This husky hadn't laid eyes on its owner in so long that it couldn't believe its senses immediately. It took him a bit to reconnect with reality. Only a patient professional can experience such an emotionally charged reunion. After all, this woman nurtured a wild elk from a foal, and now they're like family. When this gentleman's canine companion vanished 3 days ago, he never envisioned locating his little buddy in a foxhole. Cockatoos are known for their chatty nature, but Tofu was so overjoyed to see her owner that she was rendered speechless. Few things are more frightening than a rapidly approaching pack of wolves, but not for Luca, because he's considered a part of their family. Indeed, those wolves are wagging their tails. Now you've seen it all. The pinnacle of success for a wildlife photographer is becoming an integral part of an animal's life, and being reunited with them brings sheer joy. You don't need to start a family to experience a sense of belonging. Just observe how many cats here are absolutely thrilled when their owners return home. This is how a true friend is supposed to greet you after a day's work. This horse couldn't bear the separation from its ailing rider and found its way back to her. Now, witness Smokey racing as fast as he can to express gratitude to the veterinarian who saved his life and rehabilitated him over 2 long months after a devastating fire. Yeah! No one will be more delighted by your return than your immense and affectionate bear. When this professional from Florida pays a visit to his crocodile pal, he sparks quite a reaction. I don't know if there's a more impressive demonstration, but please refrain from trying it yourself. It's not a colossal dog. It's a cow named Bella, and she's absolutely delighted to be reunited with her owner. Observe this girl's reunion with her horse after 4 months apart. The reactions of the other horses are adorable. When this girl returned home after a trip, her best friend expressed happiness for the first time. This swan is so thrilled to see its rescuer that it just won't stop talking. It's like it wants to update her on everything that happened during their separation. "11-year-old Sam couldn't shake off the fact that his cherished cat, Max, had disappeared. Yet, he clung to hope, and 1 month later, these inseparable companions were joyfully reunited. It was the most heartwarming occasion in this woman's life when she returned to the sanctuary to visit the lion cubs she had rescued and lovingly bottle-fed. Who needs a dog when you have this little fellow to welcome you every day?
Come on, Caesar. Oh, there you are. You're such a pretty Brewster. It's Mama's baby.
The reunion between a young woman and her beloved horse, whom she hadn't seen in 3 months, deeply touched her heart. Do you hear that? That's the sound of pure joy when Dad comes home, even if it's not the biological father. They still missed him dearly. This girl's parakeet took flight one day, and she feared she'd never see him again. However, they turned out to be kindred spirits. This dog chased an ambulance for 4 miles to avoid being separated from his owner. He was so concerned about her that he waited at the exit, reminiscent of Hachiko. Fortunately, this story has a much happier ending. This reserve worker believed he could maintain his composure when greeted by a lioness he hadn't seen in 2 years. However, he couldn't have been more mistaken. There's nothing quite like returning home to such a warm and affectionate welcome from your furry friend. And now you've discovered that flamingos enjoy sharing a hug when they reunite with old acquaintances. That's all for today. Share with us in the comments how your pet reacted to your lengthiest separation. And remember to subscribe and hit the bell for more stories like these. See you later.